For more than 100 centuries, the God Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of terror. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of a million worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so that he may never truly die. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the Astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bio-engineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are Legion, the Imperial Guard, and countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to name only a few. But for all their multitudes, they are barely enough to hold off the ever-present threat from aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding. For in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter and the laughter of thirsting gods. It is the Okay then, looks like we're live. That appears to be working. That appears to be functional. Goody. Goody, goody, goody. Okay. Looks like it's where it should be. I don't see any issues there. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, this fine Wednesday evening with a little bit more Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. And I believe we're in Owlcat Minoris. Yes, we are in Owlcat Minoris. So, there's no better time to head down and start doing about with the ye old planetary governor. We need to get our new machine spirit keeper, a certain interrogator Van Calox, and we need to also deal with the minor little problem of this planet be filled with heretics, yo. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to drop yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics, risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of your desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing gold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Step back! Step back or else! The dead only draw closer and closer. Your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself
yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange and nerving proportions, a curved design and an unusual hilt, adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Throw the demon blade away. Never! Your body refuses to obey your mind. The hand feels as if it has become one. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze, the demonic eye, sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces in the image of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your vox and call for a servitor. Now, you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. And thus we rejected the path of darkness and embraced that of light. Words are gonna be really tough tonight, Chad. I'm sorry. I got really busy today and got an awful lot done at the expense of, brainy no worky very well. In fact, brainy no worky very well at all. So you're gonna have to suffer with me being slightly more retarded than usual. But how are you all doing? I hope you all have had a great Wednesday. And hopefully a less busy Wednesday than I have. Not that busy is bad, mind you. Busy can be fun. As long as it's the right kind of busy. Right, Rykad Minoris. That's where we need to go next. Alright, Rykad Minoris. Yay! A planet under siege. Oh, there's something we need to find here. We'll grab Kibble. Yeah, we've got a whole party. Goody. Normally, you don't have a full party here when you land. A world under siege from the forces of chaos. Which is not an uncommon occurrence in the Imperium. I love the music in this game. It's so good. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Sergeant Malgar, halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing! A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgar. Alright, so our skies are in lockdown. The rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you just happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it. And on a shuttle like that. Where did you get it from? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He is visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads! We've got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. You must, Abelard, enlighten the rabble about the proper manner of greeting the God Emperor's chosen. Abelard clears his throat. You stand before rogue traitor Von Valentius, you ignorant worm. Snap to attention this instant and give his lordship a formal report. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks, "My mistake, sir, at once. The starport is under the control of the governor's warden. Perimeter commander is Sergeant..." A frag grenade cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. "Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Lassie Malgar, reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve?" "Oh, how very imperial of you." "Some dirty dog nearly shot down my shuttle." "Affirmative, your lordship. It's all those damned rebels. Those maggots got it into their heads somehow got their hands on an anti-aircraft battery, and it's causing our shuttles no end of trouble. That thing really packs a punch. You're lucky they missed you. I've seen them fry 2 shuttles carrying reinforcements. Not a soul survived." "What is going on here?" "Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations." Then Felix tore off his mask precisely because he knew about the trouble on Owlcat Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassia lets out a sorrowful sigh. "You may continue your report, peasant." God, I love her. She's awful. "My unit was here when it all went to the Croxes. The tech priests linked. The satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for the landing on Owlcat Minoris. The governor took precautionary measures and ordered to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any moment." "You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. It is people like you that held the Imperium together." "I live to serve." The sergeant's grim voice rings with a martyr's pride. "Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here?" At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. "I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship." "Right then, I'm going to see the governor." "If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting those damned anti-aircraft battery, there is no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous." "I have no one to send with you as an escort. I have assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here." "You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both you and others. You know the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness." "Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head round those fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop." "What, tech priest?" "A very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name Amarant or Amarnat or something like that had arrived recently. Barely answered any of our questions, though. Said he was under no obligation to tell us anything." "He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep trouble at bay." "Is the path ahead dangerous? What exactly awaits me there?" "All of our roadblocks are gone. The whole place is in the rebels' hands. The city is almost lost, so no help will come. We were surrounded by rebels, and watch your steps, sir. The streets are chock full of mines. His remark about mines lodges itself in your memory. More than anything, you will need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You'd rather risk a shot from a rebel or a jittery soldier than experience a few handfuls of lethal frag shrapnel resting on top of some 300 grams of explosive faceline. You're a good soldier, Malga. I will see that your heroism is noted. I live to serve, sir. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Alright, we're gonna go loot. Because that is what one does in this situation. Yes, the world might be burning, and yes, it might be filled with heretics, but the most important thing that anyone can do in a situation like this is make sure that all of the good and useful tools don't wind up in the hands of the undesirables. And they instead wind up in the hands of those deserving.
How vast the sky is. It is no wonder that mutiny broke out here. How can order be maintained in a place without compartments or bulkheads?
I would argue that it is not the size of the territory, but the competence of the governor that matters. Ugh, he did not even send a proper cortege to meet us.
Right, I'm gonna put dummy there. Murder hobo. Actually, dummy is gonna go back here. And I'm gonna go there. The twidiots will go in the back where they will not be any problem for anyone, hopefully.
None shall stand in my way. Heed your cries of mercy.
Perfect.
I will level you!
Nibbles can move up here, behind cover. Cassia, my dear. Yeah. Actually.
My faith strengthens me.
You can actually find a reject from Tertium on this planet. Just remember to go digging for the shovel. Because, yes, it appears to have been a veteran.
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath. What is the ringing? Here we go. Time to
goodness.
prove my mettle.
Wow. Okay. And then we'll put it there. What do you have as far as stabs? Nothing super useful, but we can do that.
Farewell. I bring mercy and retribution.
Right. Good.
I will mend the thread between
That.
body and soul. I shall not
The healing
fester.
must be
Right there.
Trust me.
Action. Oh, that last gun's gonna hurt.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Hold on.
We got some big news with Warhammer. The Henry Cavill show is going forward with a new writer. He's done a lot of horror stuff, which is gonna be very interesting.
If this is my death, may my blood be a worthy sacrifice.
Honestly, I will not lie. I don't really know what GW's got in mind there, but I think it will be interesting to see where they choose to go with it, because
Emperor,
a lot
give
of
me
people
strength.
have the same misgivings about Peter Jackson
I
with
am a
the Lord of the
navigator,
Rings trilogy.
not
I
a
think
servitor.
there's a high likelihood that this could be quite good indeed.
At your beck and call.
especially if it's done properly. I have very high hopes for that show.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I did not expect her to hit with that. Yes. I can't remember. Mike Flanagan is who they have hit to do the writing for that, which is very interesting. Very
As the
interesting.
Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Now we do the funny with Bolter. And,
Faith without deeds is worthless.
that's a lot of overpen.
I'll do it.
That's an awful lot of overpen, and we'll switch back to our melee stack. So we choose to properly deal with that as needs
My
must.
place is at the fore.
That's one.
To dust.
That's two.
For von Valancius. Tried and tested
I am
tactics
gonna
are the
have
best ones.
Argentia go big two-handed this time, because I did not do that last time. And I didn't do it in my last off-screen
It will be
playthrough
done.
either. And I always get a ton of
I will
like
do
heavy
my
weapons
duty.
that I don't ever use, which I should be using. That's
At your beck and call.
once, twice. There.
I shall not fear.
Get any of them off that, but I might be able to. Can I hit you with Iron Arm? Yes, I can. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay, let's pop
Already
it.
done.
Have Dumbo move up.
What is this foreboding?
I do not like this character. Do not like how she's written. I don't like how she acts. She just bothers me. Deeply. I'm not exactly
your
sure what it
blade
is that
and
bothers me about her
shield.
either, which is the worst part. 'cause
You cannot trick
she
death.
has some redeeming
claim
qualities if you go through
one
her
day.
entire thing, but it's just...
As honor ordains.
I always feel kind of about her.
Stop mocking me.
Range for that with her.
Rejoice
Might
in
have enough
battle.
range with a bolter to do the funny here. Let's see. Bolter. Explode.
Strike is a prayer.
Perfect. And that, chat,
The
is why we
Emperor
like the
sets my
bolter.
path.
The bolter is really, really good. This is my bolter. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And it explodes foreheads. Like
I'll
nothing
lay
else.
claim to the stars. I rise to the occasion.
Goods. Ring of the Iron Will. Whenever the wearer hits a target with Shield Bash, Double Slug, Fulminating Shot, or Grisly Adjudication, they make a coercion test with a minus 40 penalty. If the wearer succeeds, the target is immobilized. Commander Cloak. Increases the range of officer archetype abilities by oneself. I am gonna stick that on you. As the perfect thing.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Let's see what we got over here. Yes, please. Inject that directly into my veins. I do like these, like, heavy transports. They look cool. Printed on the side of the shuttle in pilot's lowly slang are the words "Do not touch." Blech, do not touch a shipment of ties to the Blessed Lord Captain Caligus Winterscale. We just stole Caligus's loot. That's even better.
The eyes lie, the final dawn purifies vision.
Fox, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Trying to figure out what voice I'm going to use for him. Lucky Jasper. The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted of me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. And who are you? Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. The young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. Are you unharmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lord. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. Those rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone that they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets, babbling nonsense. He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, the command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense. It's heresy. Actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his streets while the blind mob got a hold of him, carried him off his post to who knows where. And what exactly are you doing here on your own? Following Governor Midna's special instructions, namely, oh right, it's a secret assignment, I can't talk about it. What if what you know is priceless intelligence and you were to die before you could relay it to anyone? Well, that would make me a saboteur and a traitor, wouldn't it? Yes, you're right, this is an emergency. He looks relieved. So, why did they send you to the starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes and how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. They made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Zenobium has sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Raikardi Philia, the prison planetoid. Uric 5 station has gone silent. Although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch, I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or captain here who could give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with that damn cannon. He stops talking a little abruptly. There is something else you are hiding from me, isn't there? Some more classified secrets? It's nothing classified. Just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vakari, the esteemed Yvain Winterscale's personal pilot. When the reports came from Raikardi Philia, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then the rebellion started down here and we lost communication. No one knows what they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, set up a Voxcaster there and send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land, but I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me. And as I was running, I tripped and broke the caster. He hangs his head sadly. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That is why all members of a void ship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there is always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order. I hope that no harm comes to her. The Emperor protects my lord. If someone you love is in trouble right now, may the Emperor protect them too. Where is Yvain Winterscale? The esteemed and honorable scion of blessed rogue trader Caligus Winterscale, master of the Raikardi system, at the behest of his illustrious father, or grandfather, or uncle, well, his illustrious relative, Lord Yvain, took up residence on Raikardi Minoris. know what I think? I find it curious that blessed Caligus didn't make him the ruler of our world. Lord Yvain is his blood, but it's the governor who rules us. Then why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled. I am looking for an interrogator of the Inquisition who may have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? I have, but I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, but I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition. Do you think the governor can handle this rebellion? Well, obviously I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. You won't? Really? Well, then if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words come flying at the rate of stubber fire. Those rebels are strange. We could have easily quelled a normal riot. We're not some commoners, we're Acadians. The naval elite of House Winterscale, but those people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they're so precise, it's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now she's the real danger. She can see into the future, is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright now that the Lord Captain's involved. Tell me about Yorick 5. There's not much anyone could tell you about it. That station belongs to the Navis Nobilite themselves. Emperor knows what they do up there, or who even lives there. They scorn ordinary folk. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is the esteemed Yvain Winterscale. That place is creepy. They say they order shuttles with servants from Rycad Minoris on a regular basis. I guess they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves, eh? Except I've never met anyone who has served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Your brothers and sisters lived and died for a great cause, serving a navigator house, and therefore all of the Imperium it is a high honor, one that few could bear. Only now does Jasper notice Cassian. His eyes go wide. With fear, he opens and closes his mouth a few times, helplessly like a fish unable to utter a sound. Instead, he just nods nervously. I have no more questions. It may be my pleasure It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat with someone normal. He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. I must take my leave. You are right. We shouldn't stay here, or we might run into rebels. I'll find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord. Right, we can level up. Also,
victory awaits.
Oh, there's nothing to loot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh dear. Well, hopefully you're still there, chat. It's... oh, that's very strange. I don't like that at all. People invigorate. Go. Stabilizing factor. Evasive maneuvers, because that's really useful. Okay, let's see if that will work. That's very strange. That's very strange. If anyone's still watching, can you guys, like, ping me? Because it's doing weird things. Like, very, very weird things. Yep, still broken. Okay. Well, hopefully you're alive down there, chat. If not, I apologize. Outdoor warp. Sure. Why not? She is going to commit seppuku later, so it won't really be that much of an issue. We want strength, and then... I want... Chain weapon expert. Base skill. Wow. Instant retribution, las weapon expert, melee weapon specialist, axe and hammer, melt a weapon proficiency, plasma weapon proficiency, power weapon expert. I'm gonna grab plasma weapon proficiency because we're gonna go for the cannon look, and then. Break their ranks. No, we're grabbing more. There we go. Navigator abilities are fucking busted. So, where is stable routes? Yeah, that one. This is the most broken ability in the game, and I love it. Stable routes is literally the, yes, you want to use Psyker with no consequences? Because this will let you use Psyker with no consequences. It's awesome. It also is basically the, psych, you don't get to do demon things anymore. Because it decreases veil degradation, which, it's like, that's not that great. Like, I like something that, no, because it makes it where the demons can't manifest quite as much. Which means magic is actually, like, viable, which is really, really, really important. I want you to use... dual weapon combat.
Follow my lead!
Right. Okay, another fight here.
Take a knee and bow
Perfect.
before me!
He was gonna wake up.
Take you down.
Actually, Argentia... Argentia, my dear. Eldar. Hopefully, chat doesn't completely die tonight. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube has been being very, strange lately, is a nice way of putting it. This is what happens when you hire a bunch of people who are not necessarily always the best in technology. YouTube is, after all, chat, run by the Skaven. Specifications in descending order.
God Emperor, move through
Why,
me.
yes, I
Be
will
the
cheese
fire
this
in
with
my
the
heart.
bolter. Why do you ask?
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's
Good
judgment.
aim. Let's do
I'll
that
do it.
again.
Faith without deeds. As the Emperor commands,
Line
I
cover,
act.
switch weapon sets out
I'll do
to
it.
melee. Imperialis recital on there.
Get to it.
Man, he really likes the blast weapons, don't he?
My faith shields me.
Weapon at the ready.
I forgot how untanky she is without the power armor. The amount of power armor they have added to this game
Be
makes me
careful not to
so
cross my
happy. I
gaze.
cannot tell you how much I love just like normal human power armor in 40K, and it's one of like the least
Another
explored
foe painted
and
black.
shown things, but it is
I'm
really
not
cool.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Really, really cool.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Right then, Lasgon. Not bad. Not bad at all. Idira.
Anything else?
Light.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh yeah.
Come here, maggot.
Question is, how magic-y do I want to make my
Show
side?
me what you...
Let's make it quick.
That smoke grenade's not going to save you.
He didn't stand a chance.
She did always want to be a martyr.
That's less than ideal.
Follow my lead.
Hi, buddy. Why, you little turd.
Indeed. At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do my duty.
Brace for impact. Good. Let's give him regeneration.
Nothing
because,
I
of
can't
course,
do.
Giving the most busted member of your party the ability to heal is usually a good idea. And then do Iron
Not
Arm
a problem
on
for me.
main character, and then
Nothing I can't do.
it's lame.
Already done. Out of my way.
As a tenant's demand, let your soul be
She
purged.
is very good at that. Shockingly good at
Killing brings me no pleasure.
that. Well, killing heretics gives me lots of pleasure. So, yeet.
Come, the other side awaits.
I mentioned that I like Blade Dancer a lot lately, because I really like Blade
The
Dancer.
shadows
It's
will
good.
see it done.
Like, really good. It's just the I can do all the attacks at
Follow
once
my
class. And that is fun. That is really fun. Ow.
Break them around.
Yay. Okay. You're a little too alive for my
If I may.
taste. Abelard, fix that, please. That man's breathing offends my sensibilities. Thank you. Let's see, can we, like, do this without hitting our own guys? Probably not. Well, maybe. Hold on.
I have
Put her
read
over
tomes
here
of
and
military
have her do it.
tactics.
That, perfect. Dear, make the mean man explode now. Can't do anything right,
Will
can
do.
you? You're a failure.
Let's get to it. One fewer tongue.
One down. One more to go. Here, at least. We also have that packed up there in the corner.
I took
He
care of
is,
this one.
shelf life.
No matter the cost.
20-year-old avocados. Hi. How you doing? I wish I had the kick.
Victory
The kick
is
would make
imminent.
this a lot easier.
One fewer target. At your beck and call. Indeed.
And he's vaporized. Good times. You only get the kick when you become an arch-militant.
Nothing I can't do.
Correctly. Which it might not. In all honesty, Chad, it is very,
Death comes in silence.
very difficult sometimes for me to remember that kind of thing.
Follow my lead.
You gonna run around and just shoot me with a
Suffered
las
worse.
pistol? Is that what we're doing here? It's like, yeah, that's her strategy. I'm gonna just like, you know, crouch in the corner like a little bitch. Sword. Can I run over there and
At
yes,
your
I can
beck and
run
call.
over there, open it up.
Reduced to
Perfect. Okay.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step.
I
Sometimes
That's
fear
not
to
healing
look at me
anytime
because
soon.
I'm restless.
Heal her.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
I can see bright colors again.
Cassie is the type of girl who, if she was alive today, would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, have a 6-hour dissertation on, like, why red
It's
is
about
evil,
time.
you know? Why you should really just buy these crystals from me? Okay. Okay, what do we got down here? Leave there. Yes, tech use 80%.
I did fine.
Hell yeah, brother. Okay. I'm not sure why my YouTube settings keep defaulting to potato. Aaron Hale, that has been driving me up the wall recently. I'm just like, I want to watch streams. Pulls up a stream, and it's like, yes, audio and video quality, we're going to set those to the lowest we can. It's like,
None
but
shall
I have it
stand
set
in
by
my way.
default
Escaped my
to
sight.
1080. What if you didn't there? I don't think that's what I asked for, YouTube. Traps.
I'd
Good to
better
see you, Aaron
myself
Hale.
through my
There we go.
service.
Glorious 1080p. Yes, correct that shit.
this ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
The
We get
Emperor
across
favors
here and
me
we can
today.
have a chat
The
with our boy
shadows
Pasquito.
reveal their secrets.
Never doubt me.
Everyone's favorite autist, right up here.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. The cranky, but funny fellow. We all love and adore.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive! Fall back!
Ah, yes, the famous crane to nuke conversion spell.
Be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
The man dressed in crimson should not have survived in an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
Oh! No, that is exciting, Aerodale, in all the wrong kinds of ways.
Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, class it!
I am rogue trader von Ulrich von Valentius. I mean you no ill.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
Oh dear. Yeah, that would hurt. I'm glad you had to fix that. Point at the exploded machine. How did you manage to kill that awful slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
I identify
Oh wait, hold on.
as Magus Pascal Haneman of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts in the Furibunda system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all their fireworks.
Pesquiggles indeed. You do not even know what caused such an explosion.
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task. Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Right, we can be rid of you and keep you. You can go, you can stay. Perfect. Ah, okay. We want higher intelligence because making him a smart boy is very, very good. Aiming protocols. Actually, Medicae Mechadendrite, you want that almost instantly, right off the bat. Persistence of the Forge. intelligence. The smarter he is, the betterer he does. We want tactical knowledge, logic. Make him giga smart, and you need never fear
won't tolerate
anything ever
weakness.
again. Machine, there is more loot over here.
Attention to detail is the key
Careful,
to success.
because Bolter, hell yeah, brother. Can we give that to Abelard? We can. Yes, finally. More bolt weapons, better. We can also give it to Argentia, but we're not going to do that.
Follow my lead.
That's blown up. Do we have enough perception to find everything I would like to find here? Oh, also, remind me regularly to actually distribute loot. That. You can have those, and, look, the arc rifles are cool in here. I really like them, but I also really don't like them, and I would prefer him to have something like a big plasma gun.
You left the Novus Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
Purpose. Give a man purpose, and he will do damn near anything for you. He will move mountains and end worlds.
A new challenge for me.
Sunscan. We will probably wind up equipping that ourselves, maybe? Question mark? Let me see. He's running that, she's running that. How good is it? It's pretty darn good. I think it's... Yeah, it's better than my current stuff, and it's light armor, so... Betterer. Okay, and you could wear that, but we're not gonna make you do that, because that's not a very good idea. Okay, everyone gets grenades. You get a grenade, and you get a grenade, and you get a grenade.
None shall stand in my way.
Everybody gets grenades. 30 people watching right now. Thank you all so much. Hope you all are having an excellent, excellent evening. And if you are enjoying the stream thus far, say hello, you lazy bastard. It will take you like 5 fucking seconds to do so. Chat just looks up and is like, what the fuck? But you're whinging. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to them. Of course they'll listen. Alert, profane violation of the algorithm. Huh. They did not, in fact,
I won't
listen.
tolerate weakness.
Pascal.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
We're gonna be here every Wednesday for the next very long time. So, if you want to watch some Rogue Trader with a god doing a rigging, basically most of the dialogue, you've come to the right place. We have Lex Imperialis, Void Shadows, and a couple of the other DLCs. All installed, ready to go. So, please, if you would like to see more of this, give me a sub. It helps me out a lot. Like a
I
ton.
will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor. Emperor's judgment.
Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You can. Right up there, behind this.
Post-mortem servitorization denied. Request approved.
Is that a melted turret? I think that is a melted turret. Yes. A heavy meltagun. Goodness. The things I could do with that.
Victory is imminent.
Let's get to it.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
And he misses. Does not miss for once.
My vow is the scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Emperor, give me strength.
Running binary command functions successfully
Go
terminated.
to St. Victor, hoist on high, the holy hand grenade.
As duty demands.
Let's get to it.
We'll run over there and, stab that man
Doubt
to death.
is for the weak. Each stroke
And
is
done.
a prayer. I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A
Enough to
child was
warm my
saved
cold
from
dead
death.
heart.
1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and
It's about time.
Right on through. One second, chat. That is a big hydroelectric plant out there. The upper way extends across a wide bridge which is suspended high above the river. Oh boy.
Victory awaits.
Okay. Go straight forward. Chat with this dude. Your lordship, Private Camille Regius ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command center.
The success to failure ratio of combat objectives. Completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor manifolds. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belongs to someone else. Apologies, your lordship. The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear. It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left, and it isn't always the right size. Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You are hiding something behind beaming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? Fear, I guess? In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for, and I'm not done with life just yet. How did you make it out alive if your entire convoy perished? The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds and the others had already died. The Emperor rests their souls. What can you tell me about the insurgency? The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship, Caligus Winterscale, a ruler by the will of the Emperor. They're all heretics, deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored, the guilty will be punished. Enough talking, let's go to the command center. Yes, your lordship, we have to take the avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk. We can't walk straight across, your lordship. I'll show you a safe way around. Something large and heavy plowed down the entire width of the street. You can only guess what could have caused such damage.
Follow my lead.
Hyper dynamo capacitors and void sweat ale. The temple's tower collapsed onto the pavement and is blocking the way. It will take days to clear this rubble. Let's go right over here. Let's see. Don't I? 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna check a thing on Steam real quick. I could have sworn I had it. I did not for some reason. Oh, well, that will not do. That will not do. Oh, nay, nay. 1 second, chat. Give me a second. We're going to go to the BRB screen real quick. 1 second.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the God Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of terror. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of a million worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so that he may never truly die. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the Astronomicon. the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bio-engineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are Legion, the Imperial Guard, and countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the Tech Priests.
I believe I fixed it. Okay. All right. Perfect. There we go. It is quite good. Oh my god, it is quite good. Jeebus. High Tertium Veteran. So it is a vet. That would make a lot of sense. Let's throw that on just so I can look at it. It is... Oh, it's the good one, too. It's the actually decent shovel. That's funny. That's really funny. I like that. For those of you who are new to the channel, we like Darktide around here. Like, a lot. An awful lot. And, yeah, that makes me very happy. I should probably throw that Psychic Staff on. Just because. And then, there we go. I wish we got the Burst Fire las guns. That would be sick. You can keep that. You can keep your stuff. You, Kibella, can have that Mars pattern. Right. Perfect.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Follow my lead.
Let us see what I found.
Perfect. Private Camille Regius, the young man size, the remains of my squad. Once we've put down the rebellion, they'll be given the last honors they deserve as soldiers fallen in righteous battle. The battlefield looks highly suspicious. Half of your comrades never even had the chance to draw their weapons, and the direction of the shots as well. The attackers knew exactly what path the group would take, and how large it would be. The enemy is smart and cunning. Perhaps they were watching us. I must report this to the governor. Too many parts of your story fail to add up. I'm beginning to wonder if you are a traitor. I swear, your lordship, I may have gotten a few things mixed up from inexperience, and that's why they don't add up. Please, let's walk to the governor's command center. I must carry out my orders. Once we get there, you can have the intelligence, run a check on me if you wish. I'm a loyal soldier, and that's the truth. Do not believe him, Lord Captain. Pale green is seeping from his every word. I know this color of deceit well. I once mistook Felix's words, so humble and full of sweetness, for sincerity. In truth, they were poison. In times of war, it is better to execute an innocent than to have a mole in one's ranks. Blast you, scum! Aurora will get you all the same. Aurora and the final dawn. Ye old trusty shovel. God, that amuses me way more than it should. I don't know what I expected there. Argentia, your pathing, as usual, leaves much to be desired.
None shall stand in my way.
Steps on more traps than your average female anime protagonist.
Take
Jesus
a knee
Christ.
and bow before me.
Where is...
Something of interest.
Eldar, there, please.
Pay attention.
Oh, actually, well, that does not. Being burned alive really doesn't appeal that much. Over there. You can go up there. You have high evasion. Pascal can stay there. See what happens.
Aim for the heart next time.
Scared yet?
Not even remotely. Gives me that gas mask.
What you got?
Right then.
As
Do
the
this.
tenants demand.
Perfect. And then
The shadows
That's-
were killing. Brings me no pleasure.
he's got a flamer, so we want to
It's a
definitely take him
blessing.
down first.
Time to slaughter someone.
Parry. Shovel has good parry, apparently. At least not terrible parry characteristics. And
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
not bad at all.
It will be done.
I'm here, maggots.
Ow.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
Blind my characters, will you? You absolute scud hamster. Yeet. And then
Request approved.
not bad.
The Omnissiah knows all,
Better.
comprehends all.
Nothing I can't do.
Hey, Ballard. Do that thing I like with a boulder.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Reduce to dust.
And go over there. Why if I still had the stupid stub revolver? Ugh.
All too easy. Nothing of value has been lost.
There is not a
Golden
single
breath
game in
moves
40K
through
in
me.
which that is
Be the
actually like
fire
one
in
of my
my
favorite
heart.
weapons. I don't like it in Dark Tide, and I don't like it here. It's just eh. Great play.
Rejoice in battle.
Aw.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
And popped.
I am a navigator,
Yeah.
not a servitor.
Back up to run. Look, extra turns are the most
I'll do
broken
it.
thing you can have in any turn-based game. Which is why I love that mechanic and will abuse it like a Hollywood
Doubt is for the
executive with
weak.
his position of power. Okay. Who else is alive? Oh, they're all down there. Yay! We get to suffer with
I'm
that.
not accustomed to
That's
being
lovely.
ordered around.
Just what I wanted.
In the name of House Orselio, I shall
will pay
prevail.
this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Rez! Hello, sir. How are you? It's good to see you, my good fellow. Rez, did you hear the 40K news? Hammer is going forward. They've got our new writer. He's worked on a lot of horror stuff. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. If it goes anywhere. But it's not dead. We are going to see Capital 40K.
It will be done.
Also, recently we got the announcement. Oh, did you now? What did you think? I heard some people really I have heard people say they really like the Odyssey, and a lot of people say they really hate the Odyssey. I think it's going to be I do not think it will be a movie I will actually check out, but, you know.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it?
The scriptural program is...
Just think it was a thing? I mean, I have hope for several reasons. Henry Cavill is not the only one, but definitely one of the biggest ones. Also, Astartes 2, we actually have a release date for that now. It's in winter this year.
Guided by faith.
It's like in December, or around my birthday, in November sometime.
I will not.
There, and
As the Emperor commands, I act.
do the funny thing.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Out my way.
Cover is helpful. Stub, we need those stubbers in Dark Knight. That'll be so much fun. Hello, Sandy. How are you? How you doing? Do y'all have a good film club? Get to come by and check it out. But
Victory is imminent.
great.
I took care of this one. It will be done.
Chat, if you're not subscribed to Sandy Q, and if you do like architecture, you should definitely check her out. He also hangs out with Stasis Geek and does very cool analysis of like movies and stuff. They do like movie breakdowns and reviews. It's very fun. The Odyssey is great if you don't care about the Odyssey, romanticism, colors, heroism, good writing, character investment, colors again, etc. Yes, I, in all honesty, did not like anything I saw from it.
Suits my
Like, honestly, I think Troy is probably a better adaptation of the Odyssey, and that's like... For the historically minded among us, that's like saying the highest form of heresy. Oh. I can't even hit him. I can't hit him. But yes, it did not look good to me. The film was The Ring. Not quite my cup of tea. I struggle with the plot. The Ring. That rings bells in the back of my brain, but I can't recall having watched it at any point.
Without deeds is worthless.
It's a horror movie, right?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I think my brother liked that one, or at least watched it.
Battlefields are always drowned in
I
scarlet.
think. It's the one I'm thinking of. But then again,
If I
he
may,
never met a horror movie he
As
didn't like.
duty demands. Does something trouble you?
I won't
Lord?
tolerate weakness.
The man has watched, like, if it's, like, paranormal, like, horror stuff or anything like that, my brother has, like, seen it, like, a gazillion times. One of them. I have a lot of brothers, chat, for the people new here. Alright. Yeah, you watch a tape, phone rings, and you die in 7 days. Oh, yeah, that one. Actually, I think I might have seen that one. It was a long time ago, like a long time ago, but I think I've seen that one. Airedale has probably seen that one, I think. He watches a lot more horror stuff than I do. Although he is specifically a creature feature guy. This
Attention
week's
to
film
detail
is
is the key
Jojo
to
Rabbit.
success.
Oh. Hello. I have heard good things about that one. That's supposedly one of Taika Waititi's better films.
Through my service.
A new challenge for me?
Over there.
Oh, you like that one, Rez. It's good to know. Backpack should probably go to you. Maybe? Let me see. That's just way
It's
better.
about time.
Way better. The salvation of the mentally handicapped unto eternal life right there.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
I will take you
You
down.
had to be, like, right there, didn't you? I heard Ringu is better. I was supposed to read the book first, but I couldn't finish an audio version in time. That being said, The Ring does a decent job, too. Cool. The Japanese movie. Ah, instead. Okay, catching up on chat here. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's one of those. This was originally a Japanese thing, and then they adapted it. Oh.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
I'm really looking forward to see what they do with Astartes 2. It's gonna be... How? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You might not want to get that close to a tech priest. Or you might. I don't know.
Here we
His
go.
dodge looks awful, so you're probably gonna be fine.
Let's get to it.
You see Rings of Power getting a third season, and they're still pushing that look, and Orc is helping, not Galadriel, because they're complex. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not surprised. But as I told
Me?
Feanor,
If you insist, Lord
making
Captain.
Feanor Alpha Chat of Middle Earth, hail good sir.
We function as one.
I am completely just not going to give that show like any interest. I don't think it's good enough to warrant wasting my time watching it. Like it's not even like funny bad. Like what's it called? It's not even funny bad like Ironheart was. It's just bad. Like it's just really bad.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
You know,
My
at least
tactics are
Ironheart, I
flawless.
could point and laugh at like how unintentionally racist it
Already done.
was, because like that was funny. You kind of gotta giggle at that just a little bit, but Rings of Power is just
I am your
it
blade
hurts
and
my
shield.
soul because I like Middle Earth too much. You know. It's something I care about deeply,
Tried
and
and
seeing
tested
what they do
tactics
to
are
it
the
is
best
just
ones.
very painful for me. It's like watching someone kick your dog. It's not exactly a particularly pleasant experience. Yeah, it's not even good enough to hate watch. Sandy didn't watch any of it. Ironheart was that kind of bad. My god, I felt so offended. Yeah. I mean, at least in Ironheart, I could kind of get a giggle out of some of, like, how stupid it was, like, sometimes, but it was just, it's just like, dude, What are we doing? What are we doing, people? What is, like, the game plan
enemies
here?
of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Because it was not a... I don't know what they were going for there, but they did not, I think, achieve it. There is a real problem in the current year of trying to write villains sympathetically, but not knowing what makes a character sympathetic.
The old Messiah knows.
If you're trying to write a character in a sympathetic way, you have to have... For example, character gets caught up with a gang. It can be any gang. Doesn't matter what gang it is. You know, any of them. You show the character throughout the story having remorse. Having, you know, just like a feeling of, oh, this is really not right. I shouldn't be doing this. The whole time. Like, you have them having doubts and misgivings and, you know, considerations that this is not the right thing to do. As a way to make it where the audience can, like, you know, see they're not beyond saving. But if you have them just being like, you know, I kick puppies for fun the whole time, it's kind of hard to sell that. It's just like Miles Morales, Thor kind of bad. Oh dear.
I am registering numerous losses.
Reminding me that that exists is, it should be a crime, Rez. God.
That these values would be...
Oh dear. That was a thing. That was a thing they did. Oh God.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Oh. Oh God. The worst dialogue I think I've ever seen written anywhere. Oh God in heaven. Oh. For the people, for the uninitiated, what we're talking about is there was a comic strip they did where it was an Alter Worlds thing for Marvel Comics, where they made Miles Morales, the replacement, air quotes, for Spider-Man. They made him Thor, and it was filled with such stunning and completely natural sounding dialogue as "by Odin's Fade." Yes, it was it was definitely one of the things of all time. Oh God. It's like they watched Hancock but forgot Will Smith actually had an arc of redemption and heroism.
Victory
Yes.
awaits.
And you're gonna heal him
Sins hidden in the
because,
heart turn
no,
all
he
to
will
decay.
literally just
Integrity
explode.
factor increased.
Okay. Let's go down. There's a hole in the ground. Smoke him if you got him. Should we? Oh, actually, we should loot first. I should, like, you know, use my brain to think with and things. Oh, God. Definitely, like, one of the most just blatant, what the hell are we doing moments
None
of
shall
the
stand
entire,
in my way.
hey, we're gonna race swap every character era. Actually, I should level him up real quick. I mean, it's kind of as bad as the whole thing they did in Space Marine 2 with the distinctly sub-Saharan Space Wolf. It's like, we all know why you're doing this. You're not doing it with some other character. Like, they could have gotten away with it with if they'd added, like, the Celestial Lions, which, by the way, if you have not read The Siege of Hell's Reach, or the Hell's Reach books in general, the Celestial Lions are badass, okay? They are awesome. I love them. The fact that we don't see, like, more of them is a damn shame. due to the whole thing the Inquisition did. But seriously, if you don't know anything about the Celestial Lions, they're really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, I want that one. And then probably either... Probably for commerce. I need to make more money after all. But they decided to make the Space Wolf, the African-American character, which you can get away with, or the African Fenrisian character, which you can get away with nowadays because of the Primaris thing, but still, it's a little like, you know, it's just like, we know why you did this. Like, you could have chosen anyone else, but you picked the Vikings because, you know, gotta do that. Athletics, crowds, coercion, demolition. Gonna do athletics, I think. Good. So he can move things out of the way for me. That's good, because we're gonna have him doing lots of melee. Why not the actual salamander? Because, they gotta do it with the Space Wolf. For the same reasons they had to make a certain, Viking Jarl a black chick. Which is definitely a choice, considering we know exactly what Hakon looked like. But Space Marine 2 has been getting a lot of good stuff. I mean, here's the thing, chat. I will give companies shit for what they do badly. I will also give them praise for what they do well. And I do think that Space Marine 2 is a good game. It's just they occasionally, because of their ownership and their need for them dollar bills, tend towards a certain... well, also because they gotta work with GW, they tend towards certain actions that are not in their best interests. Yes, please. Better flamer damage. And then we'll give her a hand flamer and a base. Or a heavy flame. Heavy weapons and give her the heavy flamer. Yes, I like that a lot. Okay. Inspire courage. I try to be fair when possible. Also, we don't have a Salamander proper, like, you know, voice pack yet. That would be cool. I think they should do voice packs, but just do them where they're actually, like, voice packs, and do them on par with what you get with dialogue for the DLC classes in Darktide, because Darktide is a much less successful game, and they're still able to turn out, like, lots of really good dialogue for their characters. I think that Saber and the team working on Space Marine 2 are absolutely sleeping on that, because that would be really cool. Like, we got, like, what you get with every DLC class in Darktide for Space Marine 2. It would be so cool. I want that one. And then I want that one. Because Manipulator Push is good, yo! And then Athletics or Demolition? What's her awareness like? Her awareness isn't terrible. Let's buff it up to 50. Because 50 is about where you want it to be. Soon, I will be able to get out of this particular little rut here and move over to using big boy skills and abilities. Grenadier, heavy weapon proficiency, high resistance, don't need that. Melee weapon specialist, only works on axes and hammers and maces. Nimble, bonus to dodge, residual charge. Swift movements, because having her actually be able to get into the fight would be really nice. And this is where that big Skyfire is, so we'll want to take that out.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I would be very happy. I mean, very happy with Darktide if we got to
must
do
act.
like some upper spire operations like this. I think it would be really cool.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Or what's the one? What is the one planet in that one book? Thracian Primaris. Like you're so high up in the hive that
I see
you're
what
above
others do
all
not.
of the pollution, and you can like see clearly that.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Eradicated.
Perfect.
I'll do it.
You have a flamer, don't you?
Doubt is for the weak.
You do. Could you not have a
I'll do
flamer
it.
right next to me? Give her extra wounds. I am gonna go beat this man with my shovel because I want to, and it would be funny. After I give
Suits
her
my
extra turns, so she
purposes.
can actually wipe him out.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
See, Rez, we got the shovel from Darktide.
What is the ringing?
The new Salamander Champion skin is cool. The new heavy skin. It legit looks good.
Grey hair, sure hand.
No complaints there. I vacillate
At your
these days
beck and
between
call.
hating Space Marine 2 and loving Space Marine 2, and for entirely mechanical reasons.
I have read tomes of military tactics. I am a navigator. Another foe painted black.
And then,
Opposing me
Wow.
was your biggest mistake.
okay. Dimension dodges are good. Really good.
Chaos guides me.
Ow. That's a lot of cultists. Ow. Ow. We're gonna make sure we get her the 1 star in this playthrough. Get her the 1 star and get her, like, you know, properly on the side of the Imperium. I think we're gonna go for a dogmatic ending. Honestly, I do. I don't like Xavier Calcazar, but I want the dogmatic ending, kinda, because I haven't done it yet. I always do my Iconoclast because I'm like, but I like the Imperium too, but I also like having my own Severin dominance, sort of. It's cute.
Activating sacrament.
Not bad at all. Okay.
I shall not. Let your soul be purged.
No, 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 No praying to the ruinous
As
powers,
honor
young man.
ordained.
You cease that right now. Bad boy. No more demon summoning for you. That's downright unsportsmanlike, that is. Okay. And, you should not play with fire. Fire bad for you.
Forge ahead.
78 people watching right now. Please be so kind as to help a brother out and hit the like the channel there.
Not a problem.
On the video. Come on. You can do it. It's like 2
Doubt
seconds.
is for the weak.
Well, probably won't even take you that.
You are in the presence of House Orselio.
It costs you nothing and it helps me out a lot. And there's so much loot. Goodness. I'm here all the time. Well, every Wednesday, we're here. We're here every single Saturday as well. And we will be doing this a lot more often now, chat. Like, I will not be missing streams as much as I was for a while there because, yeah, health problems have been fixed, so... We're gonna be getting back up to capacity very soon. I have, like, a gazillion videos I want to make. I never understood what's wrong with organic diversity, especially in fantasy settings. You think it would actually make things more interesting with cultural differences and such? That is the reason I like how Elder Scrolls does it as a setting. I think that's a lot more fun. And it's just better
The Emperor
overall.
sets my path.
Because you have the Red Guards, but they're an entirely unique, interesting setting.
Never
that,
doubt me.
and, you know, culture and civilization with their own everything, and it's very cool. I really like that a lot. I think they're really cool, and I wish more fantasy writers and whatnot would actually give enough of a shit to give us, like, you know, an interesting look at different cultures and civilizations instead of being like, but what if we just made the Vikings black, though? It's like, that's boring. You're boring. It's not just bad because you're fucking up another thing. It's bad because you're robbing us of something else that could be purely awesome. I would love, I do mean love, to see some cultures like that don't get a lot of spotlight time explored, that we don't get to see much because Hollywood's too busy being like, no. What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna make sure that what if we just made the Vikings black? It's like, what the fuck? Why you gotta do that? It's literally, there's no reason to do that at all.
Yeah.
Out of my way.
There's like 1,000,000,001 things you could do, but you chose to do that. And the reason they choose to do that, Chad, is because it's not about telling new stories. It's about destroying the old ones.
Time to slaughter someone.
Cultural vandalism on a vast and horrifying scale. Okay,
I will
Bolter,
bathe this battlefield in righteous
and we're gonna
fury.
shoot right up through there. Or we're not, actually, because it's not gonna let me. Can I get...
As the Emperor commands,
There.
I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by
Let's put her
faith.
right there, where it's a little harder for them to... There we go, perfect.
Eradicated.
Ooh! Very
Doubt is
sexy.
for the weak.
If we get a Sister of Battle class for Darktide, I want it. I want them to have chainswords. Like, chainsword and shield. Do it, Fat Shark. I dare you. Don't be cowards. And also, make them unfugly. Make them not look like they got fallen down the ugly tree and hit every branch, and I guarantee you, you will sell more copies than frickin' Tetris. Jesus. Okay. Pascal. Can you do me a favor? Knock that man over.
Significant value.
Go up here and
Explorators know one route. Forward.
beat that man within an inch of his life. Or beat the life out of him. Entirely.
My vow is to serve.
You are fucked next turn, young man.
Break them around.
That helmet is one of the best helmets you can get for like a really long time
Let's make it quick.
in this game. I usually run it like whenever I play an iconic class character because it's just that good.
Let's see how they respond to this.
I'm really looking forward to actually being able to try out the Dragon Scale Power Armor.
All too. Nothing of value.
Because we are going to make
has
a
been
lot of
lost.
very good friends with the Drusians
Nothing I can't do.
by giving them much influence within my
None who
realms.
can escape the Emperor's
Plural.
judgment.
Eh.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
You
I'm not accustomed to being
are
ordered around.
correct. Anyone who can, like, actually know. No, I do not. That is lame. Hit any of those either. Can I hit?
Me?
I can!
If you insist, Lord Captain.
That's something, at least. Not perfect. Good.
Watch out.
She's fine. Just got lit on fire. No, she didn't. She's fine. Don't worry about it.
A tactically
You can just tell
sound
the fire
approach.
now. Literally can't do anything
Indeed.
to stop you. Perfectly. Mendo, senor. I don't have frag grenades. That is sad.
Victory is imminent.
Your
At your beck and call.
race.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Scared yet?
I remember years ago watching a video. I can't remember who it was from. It was from one of the old time video
Rejoice
people
in
on
battle!
YouTube who were kind of originally part of the Skeptosphere. If memory serves me correctly.
As the Emperor
We're like,
commands,
oh,
I
work is
act.
dead, it's going away, we're never gonna see it again, and we finally killed it. That's like, if you think that,
I'll do
I
it.
have a very nice
Is a prayer.
bit of oceanfront property in Arizona
As the
to sell
Emperor
you that you will
commands,
just
I act.
absolutely love. Because this ship didn't start overnight. It
Out
came
of my
about
way.
over a century and a half of just slow march through the institution. It's not going away anytime soon.
Show me what you've got.
Anytime soon. And there are certain places I think it's so entrenched you're never going to get it out. I don't think you're getting it out of
As the
Hollywood.
tactical
That's for sure.
narrative dictates.
Okay. Can I actually hit him?
I'm
I
a
can.
savant of destruction.
Well,
My
a
faith
hit is not a kill,
strengthens me.
sadly. Dodged.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
You're gonna make this difficult, aren't you, video game?
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the
Eldar?
serfs?
Can you, like...
I will do
Yes, you
my
can.
duty.
Perfect.
Target well struck.
A dance
Ooh.
of blades and shadows.
Oh, yeah.
As the tenets demand. The shadows will see it done. Caught by the web. Come, the other side awaits. I shall not fail.
No, I can't get another one out of it. That's not bad, though. Like, that is really not bad.
Indeed.
I cannot complain about that
Reduced to
in the
dust.
slightest. If I could do that every turn, I'd be really happy.
It will be done.
Give me some extra, but I don't need it. We'll wait. Most of these guys just have auto pistols. They're not that dangerous. Okay, Argentia. Run over
God
there and hit
Emperor,
him with a
move
chainsaw
through me.
repeatedly.
Be the fire in my heart. Faith without eradicated.
The fact that one of her endings has her turn into a Repentia is very sad to me. Thankfully, they don't do what that one cardinal does to the Sister of Battle in the Elementor
Let's get
trilogy.
to it.
Which is, oh, well, you see, I don't like you that much, and you were nice to the Space Wolves, so, yeah, Torment Engine for you. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
I'm here, maggot.
Well, you see, she failed the Ecclesiarchy. Excuse the hell out of me. It will always be funny to me that, that Niall Stormcaller was like, yeah, look, the moment we don't need him, I will literally help you kill him myself. But he is scum. And Space Wolf was like, I will hold you to that. I really hate that guy. Because he is a raging prick. I
am fear incarnate. Follow my lead.
Indeed.
I took care of this one.
Where the fuck did all 83 of you come from? Good lord. Guess it's that kind of night.
Victory is imminent.
Hi, I'm Pete. I'm the Radical Nerd. I like Warhammer lore and playing Warhammer games. We do a lot of CRPGs, RPGs, and 40K games in general around here. Peppered in with a wee bit of pop culture commentary here and there. And I will get back eventually, I swear to God, to making movie reviews at some point.
Emperor, give me strength.
It will happen. Before the heat death of the universe. Okay. Go there. And then... Oh. Really, video game? I can hit you! Big two-handed sword go burr.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. Target well struck.
I've seen better, too.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
If you have a fight go on long enough, I kind of had forgotten about this, you can literally just make Abelard a god because he'll have like 1,000 health by the end of the fight. It's hilarious. Generally, you try to avoid that, because having fights go on too long is bad. Like, it's really bad. It is about the worst thing you can have happen outside of wiping because you go into a fight and you're absolutely not prepared. That's the worst, the abject worst. But, you know.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Although I have used that to cheese my way through many a fight and have him carry everyone. It's very funny. And you can make it work.
It's about
Actually,
time.
hold up, Pascal. Loot that, please. And thank you. Ooh, sharpshooter's gauntlets. Bolter, shotgun, helm of determination, conviction, iconoclast. We're gonna throw that on right now. And give those to pass quickly, I think. Yes. Give him even more logic and tech use, because more logic and tech use means better reward. Okay. Go down.
Victory awaits.
Not the worst loot I've ever gotten in the world before. I think the worst weapon I've ever... okay. Worst stat-wise weapon, I think, is the Chatterblade from Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. The one that hurts you every time you swing it. That's not great. But it's funny to keep doing it if you have, like, a character with, like, lifesteal on melee hit, because then you can just torture the sword as it, you know, it's like, please put me down, please don't swing me, you dullard. And it's like, no, I don't think I will, because I'm healing every time I hit this dude, and you're hurting me exactly as much as I'm healing, so it kind of balances out. I think it's funny to torture it.
My house would be proud of me.
Speaking of that powerful weapon, let's go turn this off if we can. I'm a vindictive little turd. The anti-aircraft battery's control panel has a panoply of mysterious levers and buttons. Deactivating it quickly is not an option. All you can do is blow it up, destroying it completely. Examine the anti-aircraft battery with Pascal. The anti-aircraft battery certainly was constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes as no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to the machine spirits of such an ancient construction. Destroy the anti-aircraft battery, because we're gonna have to eventually. Anyway, so we can get out of here and not explode and die. Although it kind of sucks, because that's probably dark age of technology. Heck.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
At the very least, like heresy pattern stuff. Big ol' autocannons from the looks of it.
We should deal with this.
Duty prevails.
I've been looking recently at Blood Angels, and I gotta say, the Blood Angels Heresy era drip is just, like, so fucking good. Oh my god. Especially Assault Blood Angels, just, they look so much better. They got the Mark 10 helmet, and, like, it's half black, like, with gold trim and bright blood red armor.
A new challenge for
me. It's one of those designs that you just look at and you're like, yes, this is peak. This is just peak 40K right here. That is what
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Wait, hold on. Fine.
It's about time.
Oh, it's all the way down there. Goodness. I will say this because...
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Do you require an audience?
I've suffered worse.
Did you, like, all have to go into the Steam? Like, all of you at once? I guess? We'll go through. Thankfully, we'll be going there soon.
Victory awaits.
I'll have to pick the lock on that. It's like, I told you to wait before you get in the Steam. We're gonna save here. Because this is one of those instances where you definitely want to have a save right here.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Yay, I love chaos. Sector, Coronis Expanse, Region, Rycad System. Location, streets in the vicinity of the Rycad Minoris starport. Material, report based on oral accounts and picked recordings added to the archives of House von Valencius by the order of Seneschal Wazarian. On his journey across a world caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. The abandoned nook turned out to be a heretic's gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls. The Lord Captain ran a cursory glance over the room, assessing the situation. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabbles. They spoke in coarse voices and had repulsive faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks as they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crakes, and voxcasters took up most of the space against their background. The structure in the center stood out oddly. An enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. The rogue trader surveyed the peculiar structure with great attention. The enormous mounted lens was undoubtedly imbued with the power of the arch-enemy, inimical to all that is noble and virtuous in the universe. Anyone caught in the corrupted light it emits will face horrifying consequences. The Lord Captain peered into the darkness enveloping the room. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would decimate the number of heretics on Rycat Minoris. The Lord Captain patiently observed what would happen next. As if commanded by a grim, unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once, and in a single movement parted. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned towards a metal structure with a lens on top of it, standing tall in the center of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols. Drawn on the floor, the structure flashed as a single sun ray illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before the many rebels' hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunlight you will behold be yours only, shared with no one else, your holy final dawn, bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hands, the lens had turned, and its ray focused, feasted on the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed the stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself and suddenly faltered as if something had stopped him. Dark shadows danced in the Lord Captain's glazed eyes, ghosts of the past that had risen at the sight of the warp atrocity and shackled the rogue trader's will. Breathing heavily, the Lord Captain could only rush blindly into the fray, as if to escape unseen predators. Shadows of Torment is sometimes a little annoying, but it's like one of the least shitty curses to get stuck with at the beginning of the game. Because I would rather have good fellowship than the occasional just ouch. From having to start a fight a little too early. It's really not that bad. Cassia, over here, dear. Right, then.
Serve the ruinous powers.
Hey, he parried. Good boy.
An offering of blood. Trust me, killing brings me no pleasure. I will leave footprints of scarlet.
I probably should have given her a med kit.
Aim for the heart next time.
Autogun is tearing her up. That's not good.
What?
Insulting the ruinous powers.
Already done. Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Chaos
The tankier, the better. You are about to have a really bad time, young man. Not as bad as these jokers, but you're not going to be having a great time.
Death to non-believers.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
I gotta be careful here because,
Doubt is
those
for the
Promethean
weak.
barrels can work
I'll do it.
with and
None can
against you
escape
if
the
you're not
Emperor's
careful.
judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Use them properly, they'll blow everyone to Kingdom Come and save you a lot of trouble fighting them. If you use them improperly, well then, you get to go meet the Emperor early. In a pretty horrific fashion.
Me? Do you insist, Lord Captain?
Cringe. Cringe and gay, okay. Take
If I
that.
may?
Oh, I don't need to spend.
My place is at the fore.
But I do have a bolter. I do have a bolter.
Indeed.
Aw, that's not quite
It will
enough.
be done.
That's sad.
Victory is imminent.
Get everyone braced up and ready to go. Pascal, run over here and make that man explode.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The Omnissiah condemns you.
Perfect.
Request approved.
I feel nothing.
Get good sleep,
Fear
Sandy.
Nothing.
That is very important, he says, not having had a week of like 4.5 hours of sleep for like the last week. Okay.
Come. The other side awaits.
Do as I say, not as I do, Chad.
The shadows will see it done.
I need to blow that lens up before we get a greater demon in here. Ow. Mildly painful. So those demons are gonna be big and scary, right? Actually, they're barely an
It will be
annoyance.
done.
Perfect.
My tactics are
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
flawless.
Steam is hot and painful. And,
Crush the feeble.
I'll live another day.
I want to give her an Inferno weapon so bad. He's so much fun,
As
but
the
you don't get one
Emperor
until much later in the game. Or, unless you're doing what I'm
I'll
doing
do
in
it.
my off-stream playthrough, which is, cheesing the ever-loving shit out of the...
I have read
Broke there
tomes
without
of military
getting the Empire.
tactics.
No, I can't, and that was bad. I am stupid.
Me? Do you insist,
That
Lord
is
Captain?
cheesing the shit out of the economy in this game. Which is very fun. Look, economies in
Doubt
video
is for the
games
weak.
were literally made so that you could cheese them and
Power resides in the will of the
Deal with
righteous.
all of your problems
I'll do it.
in the funniest way possible, by being rich.
As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen.
My superpower is flight. My superpower is greater strength. My superpower
tactically
is
sound
I have
approach.
a fuck ton of money. The entire plot of this game in a nutshell.
Reduced to dust.
I'm an elf who's thousands of years older than you and has seen multiple lifetimes. I have more wisdom than you will ever possess. I have seen the arcane strands of fate and fought she who thirsts. I am a legend. And Rogue Trader just goes, lol, I have a lot of money. And a really good ship.
Running binary override.
Death to the weak.
I will endure.
How dare you!
As honor ordains.
That hurt. And now you can just jump right over
As
there.
the tenets demand.
And no more demon summoning. Bad. Very bad. Thou shalt not. Do not the demon host.
Chaos guides me.
Just a minor setback.
I am your doom.
I bet if I did Biomancer and then Executioner, you make a really busted build.
Forge ahead!
Might do that with Henrix.
Nothing of
Man.
value has been lost. All too easy.
At your beck and call.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Off that man.
Another fire painted black. I'll show you why navigators are
As honor ordains. Death is a
Ah,
blessing.
Cabela, I love you. You know that. You're just great. You're the best murder hobo in the game. Besides
Follow
the
my
Lord,
lead.
but, you know, it's kind of hard to match up to a space marine when you're just a normal human.
Explorers know one route. Forward. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running by override.
Death to non-believers.
Is a reward.
Cabela, can
I
you get
bring
over there in
mercy
time?
and retribution.
Yes, she can.
My
Levels
blade
of
will-
ouch never before seen. Perfect. And then
I shall
go over
not
there.
fail.
And sword.
Come.
There.
The other side awaits. I am your shadow.
Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown object you found near Theodora von Valencius's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in? Abelard trails off when he notices what you are looking at. He instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! Walk away from the device. Lord Warp.
Done.
The ritual is covered in ominous heretical symbols, each of which is unmistakably emanating the malevolent power of the warp. I gather all that. That. Make sure to check everything. Loot, and then...
I won't tolerate weakness.
I want to do the sewer fight
Nothing
today.
escapes my sight.
That do be the question.
See? Right there. The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me. Join me in prayer. Cast your eye there. I better myself through my service.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of traps.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The Emperor favors me today.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Finest hour.
Stop. There.
Alright.
None shall stand in my way. They say a little bit of humility.
Look no further.
I'm restless. The pain will subside.
Heal everyone out.
Grateful.
Let me tend to your wounds.
Ah, thank you. Now, where were we?
Blessed be the road that we take.
Let's go out of here.
Acquisition is possible.
Never doubt me.
Operation successful.
All that.
It's about time.
Yes, I know there are things still here to do, but we will do those at a later date. I have no intention to fight a greater demon fleet right now. Well, not a greater demon, it's just a demon. An exalted, what are they called? The bird ones, but not the big birds, the little birds. The ones that are small and retarded. The ones that are more fleshy than feathery. Heralds. Heralds of the Beach. How do I bubble some creatures? Perfect, okay. Adeptus Arbites. My god, they are badass. Come on, Fat Shark. Give me a scoped pistol for the Arbites. My kingdom is yours.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal.
The huge cyber mastiff immediately stops snarling in your direction and goes quiet at its master's foot, its stillness punctuated only by the thick globules of blood dripping from its metal fangs.
Dr. Exactant Solomon Anthar of the Adeptus Arbites. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Owlcat Games.
Abelard, what makes this man think he can demand anything of me?
His being a member of the Adeptus Arbites, I presume. One might say such a tone is an attribute of their occupation, your lordship. Proctor, before you stands rogue trader Von Valancius, the Emperor's anointed and bearer of the sacred warrant. As for his lordship's business on this planet, I'm afraid you do not have the authority to demand an answer. I would ask that you treat the Lord Captain with the same respect that you gave Lady Theodora. The late Lady Theodora.
So, Theodora von Valancius is dead. I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbites. I won't keep you any longer.
What was the nature of the arrangement between the Arbites and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
What are you and your people doing here?
Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too.
What's this about a missing ship?
It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable period, suddenly went dark as soon as it departed Owlcat Games.
What do you know about the situation on the planet?
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard.
Are you not supposed to help the governor regain control over this world? I thought the maintaining of order was the foremost duty of any arbitrator.
Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Arbites. For now, I am simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene. Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty.
What does the stolen tithe entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Owlcat Games, they include the ceramite and explosive reagents produced on Ricadi Filia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen. A living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
What do you intend to do next?
Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up.
Cybermastiff lets out a low growl and leans somewhere to the side. Solomorn fires a shot in the same direction without even looking. You hear a stifled, gurgling rattle.
Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels. Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments.
I am on my way to see the governor myself. You and your unit would accompany me.
I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you.
So the governor is a suspect?
Every citizen of this planet is a suspect, but Governor Medina is under particular scrutiny. Seizing the sacred tithe requires access to information, resources, and power. The governor fits that profile. Then there's this rebellion. Convenient. How many records and crucial witnesses do you think will be lost? Some people might call it a cover-up. I do not like how aptly this term describes the present situation.
I have no more questions.
May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
Alright. Now you've met the Arbites, chat. They're fun. The best little band of cutthroats and murder hobos one could wish to find.
The Arbitrator's arrival was certainly a welcome sight. Hopefully they will help to put things back in order around here.
Yeah, I got news for you. That's not fucking likely.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Think you got enough minds there, Sherlock? Jeebus.
Duty prevails. See? Right there. The Emperor
The
favors
answer to
me
that
today.
is no. The video game does not, in fact, think that it has
Never
enough
doubt
minds
me.
there.
Duty prevails. The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me.
Victory awaits!
Usually not in a habit of stealing from the still living, but, you know, he doesn't need it.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Ancient Terra monocle. Ooh. Nice.
We should deal with this.
Let's go down here and see if
I
there's
won't
anything
tolerate weakness.
Uh-oh.
The machine god grants me insight.
That goes to a lower level. Do I want to go to a lower level? Probably. Let me see. Where does this lead? Perchance. Anywhere interesting? Anywhere with anything worth borrowing? No. Just goes right back in there. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Let's go have a word with the governor. After we have a chat with these people. Some 10 people. Children among them are huddling together in fear. You see that half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Arld. Look what you're doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms towards him. Take pity on us. Let us go.
Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight, while you still believe a lie.
Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you, and why are you here? No. Tell me, who are you, and what are you doing to these unfortunates? I am the chief. My former name, Arnold, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Arnold, spare us. Spare your children. His mind and soul are pierced by shards of a colorful deception, hues once twisted by despair, and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same again.
Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by saving them, by holding them at gunpoint and believing that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of the demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make a mockery of your deplorable lack of intellect. To cast your own children into the thrall of heresy, to drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. I remember when the vizier used to sew our eyes shut so that his young spinners would see the truth. Our ritual was one of service to him. It tempered and prepared us for our duty. What you are working here is despicable heresy, a blasphemous mockery of our sacred disciplines. You have been torturing your own family in order to save them. You've been blinding them so that they could see the truth. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The man is obstinate, but you see that the confidence in his voice has diminished. Aurora, whatever that is, has exploited your naivete. Can't you see you are causing nothing but suffering? But all I wanted was to save. The man drops his weapon and covers his face with his hands in desperations. You hear several short sobs. There's no washing the blood from our hands. From your hands, but you could at least let us go, Arnold. The ones you haven't mutilated yet. What happens now? Your family will be taken care of. As for you, I condemn you to death. The old man's body falls to the ground. As soon as the hostages see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear around the bend.
Pay attention.
Bolt pistol!
When the faithful
Hail
are
yeah,
idle,
brother!
heresy grows.
Who can use bolt weapons? You can use bolt weapons.
Cast your eye there. I better myself through my service.
Alright, we'll want to check
The
out
light of
both
terror
sides
shines
here.
for us.
Okay, command center is there. Loot is there. Perfect.
What deeds await us?
Good ones, hopefully.
Follow my lead.
Anything worth doing is worth getting paid for. Okay. That could basically be the motto for traders. Yes, I will save the Imperium, but first, money. Warp. Oh, shit. Better fellowship. Combat Medicae. Ballistic skill. Commerce, fellowship, logic, ballistics. Feel no pain. And strength.
What are all these enforcers and soldiers doing in this shelter? Why are they not on the streets fighting back against the enemies of humanity?
I presume it is because the governor does not wish to be without his personal guard, even behind the meter-thick walls of his bunker. Typical.
Yes, Governor Midna is a cowardly
None shall stand in my way.
Tech Priest Quartz Crane. The painfully thin Tech Priest turns sharply towards you. The sudden movement makes his chrome dogmatics briefly clang, his gray eyes set under furrowed brows almost blend into the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy, dour stare.
Identification. Unit Logos Quartz Crane. Official Trade Representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. This unit supervises supply routes in the Owlcat system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts.
When the Tech Priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a tortuously long tirade in which the volume rises and falls seemingly at random. When it finally is over, the omniscience servant bows his head in deference.
Unit Quartz Crane requesting permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order to the Owlcat system.
Show me your arsenal. I accept this commercial transaction. Buy all available. And then we'll give him... Ooh, he buys heretics trophies. Don't want to give him too much of that. Ship components? Good chance. Yes. Ranged weaponry. Heretic trophies. Ranged weaponry. Ship components. Holy gifts. Ranged weaponry. Armor kit. Trap. Gets us all the way up to level 2. Oh, it'll also make us where we will be able to finally buy things. Again, good. Let's talk to Governor Midna.
The tall, dark-skinned man immediately turns towards you and greets you with a curt military manner. Basal Raikadi Ab Midna Af Coronis, Governor of the Star System. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. Wazarian. Governor Midna, my greetings. Lady Navigator, what an honor. I never thought that House Orcelio would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. House Orcelio is grateful for the support that you have provided to Yorick 5 these many years. This woman, she is your bodyguard, presume, or she is here to... I am not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise you that their punishment will be swift and severe.
The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by me.
That is an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest.
Your lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there is a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valencius. I received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now the rogue traitor? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. Rogue traitor von Valencius slain? Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. I need fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack of the ship, and I need material compensation. Of course, your lordship, you will be compensated for any losses, and I'll see to it personally that your ship's holds are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Excellent, your lordship. A raid trader has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I am sad to inform you that I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defend the starport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. Henrix Van Calox, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? I do. Master Van Calox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are, needless to say. Insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. But I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I have already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. The weapon that the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master Van Calox, you should go to the Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. On behalf of the Priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Hanuman, am officially initiating my participation in the operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and ensure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against laypeople and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained Magos should provide assistance. I categorically object. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended to by the Omnissiah's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in that same monastery. Mechanical failure could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. You have picked an interesting time to quarrel with the servant of the Omnissiah Governor. This Magos is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you, and I would bet my life that no... He has pulled out the omniscient axe. The governor's voice dies in the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Midna clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is a negotiation technique you have resorted to. Do you think this is the first time I have been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling implement. Steady, calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice with the crunching of bone and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? Abundantly so, Magos. It would be my pleasure to assist the Omnissiah servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your lordship. The drill stops. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magos Hanuman, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rycat system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Rycat system. You're Hanuman. Glad you're alive. What has perplexed you about my companion's name? According to the reports we've received, Logos Abel Hanneman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic Zenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Master Van Calox. My name is Pascal Hanneman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. Why did he fly to the monastery? That seems suspicious. When a Logos of the Adeptus Mechanicus wants to go somewhere, we don't ask why, your lordship. Where can I get more information on this individual? I would suggest that you inspect the esteemed Logos' sanctum, but it was destroyed by the reptiles. We recovered some data crypts and connected them to cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. That name might have been used as a signal intelligible only to its intended recipient. In the case, its bearer might be Archmagus Amarnat initiating an investigation and data collection procedure. What do you know about this Abel, Governor? I've never met him in person. The esteemed Logos supervised the work of Raikat Minoris Lex Mechanus for many years. However, he rarely left his cyber chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true anchorite. Glad to be of service, your lordship. That is all I wanted to discuss. The Adeptus Arbitrates is taking command of this area. The arbitrator marches forward relentlessly and halts one step away from the governor, looking down at him. Governor Midna, in the name of the Lex Imperialis, I, Proctor Solomon Anthar, arrest you on suspicion of involvement in the theft of the shipment of the Imperial tithe. Taking into account the state of emergency on this planet, I will permit you to retain your authority under my direct supervision. From this time forth, you will give the Adeptus Arbitrates your full cooperation, in particular by transferring command of the strike groups and other resources to me. Arrest me? Transfer my resources, your demands undermine my efforts to suppress the rebellion. Excuse me, Proctor, but this accusation of stealing the sacred tithes is simply... He stops talking under the arbitrator's oppressive, merciless gaze. Denying guilt only adds to the suspicion against you, Governor. Now, let us go over everything one more time. The tithe was stolen from your world. You are culpable for this incident, whether you were personally involved or not. You will provide the resources I have requested without objection, as this measure serves to re-establish control over the planet. Comply, or I will consider your refusal an obstruction of the investigation and take steps accordingly. It seems I am left with no other option than to obey your will as his law-abiding servant. I honor the word of the Lex Imperialis, unless his lordship has something to say on the matter, that is. I would never even think to oppose a servant of the Lex. In that case, please accommodate yourself, Proctor, but before I give you the access codes, I must give a protracted self-exonerating statement. There's no need. All information required of you will be obtained during questioning without witness, be it your personal guard or the rogue trader, just you, me, and Galato. What's your plan, Proctor? Stop the heretics from taking over the starport and other local locations critical to the investigation. At the same time, we will crush the heretics' resistance. Most of them are hiding among the commoners, and a series of concentrated strikes against the residential districts and infirmaries will send them running. Then we'll finish off the rebel carrion. Blood of the throne, I will be governing over nothing but ruins and corpses by the time you're done. Have faith in my methods, Governor. I am not going to depopulate your world. After all, it needs to continue paying the tithe. So, you are just going to sit the whole thing out in this bunker? Yes, this is far from what I was expecting from this assignment. The things we do for the mission. Wish you luck in your investigation, Proctor. Everything there, including that plasma pistol.
A new challenge for me?
This cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. Awaiting access code. Force access to the cogitator. Go to the Sacred Computation, 7825M. I appeal to the machine spirits to open Logos Abel's personal archives as well. It has accepted my request. Upon Logos Abel's orders, the archives of every auger station on Rycad Minoris and the 2 primary satellites of Rycad Star have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Maruf and Zephyr the Keen after 2 great champions of the faith whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellite's cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logos is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred auger's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived in the Rycad system 2 Rycad Minoris cycles ago, early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logos Abel's conclusion. The insurrection on the planet has been in the making with the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rycad system. The rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries, but what is the nature of the activity near Rycad Philia? Governor Midna's attention must be drawn to. The final entry cuts off abruptly. Go to the Logos' private archive. Result of Logos Abel's data trance. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it shackled in stasis. The minds of the initiated are slumbering in the neural harness of their vows. I am registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the cycle can be discontinued. The revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Logos Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Logos Abel is seeking an audience with the venerable Dar Impulse 6, who may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the governor's palace for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic Cenobium. A message has been also sent to the Forbundus system. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize those words. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message to the Forbundus system. It was me, Omnissiah. Grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. Go to recent observations. The satellite Magos Maruf reports that a ship has translated into the system. Its signature is consistent with the records of the flagship of the rogue trader dynasty of House von Valencius. The satellite Zafria the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship has sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Rycad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to planetoid Rycad Philia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. Go to be investigated. The entry contains planet-side coordinates marked as Heavy Auger Station jamming, possible hidden insurgent base.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Permission to transfer information granted. What do you wish to tell me? Haphazard and careless decisions on the part of the Rycad Minoris governor have led to unacceptable consequences. Communication with the Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctum has been lost. Troops must be sent to the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium without delay. Restoring communication with the Electro Priests and ensuring the Sanctum's security are our top priorities. You are the head of a rogue-traded dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence and pressure on the subjects of the Imperium. Unit Quartz Crane requests assistance. The actions of Governor Faisal Rycad Abidnia of Coronas must be influenced. Demand that troops be sent to the holy monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I observe that this world's authorities lack diligence in the performance of their duties. This statement is true. I will discuss it with the governor. Do you know anything about the tech priest Abel Hunneman? Unit Quartz Crane has no previous connections with Unit Abel Hunneman. The memory sector contains other data related to this query. Varying resources and data storage devices of interest have been extracted by the standing army of Owlcat Games. For preservation purposes, the command center currently hosts a cogitator that was used by Unit Abel Hunneman. Appeal to the cogitator's spirits for further information. You're an explorer, aren't you? What are you doing here? Retrieving archived data. Over 70 Terran years ago, the governor of Owlcat Games and authorized representatives of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet made an agreement. Its goal was mutual benefit through cooperation. Unit Logos Quartz Crane is the fleet's appointed trade agent. This unit is responsible for maintenance of the arsenal and combat machinery. Blessed are the armorers, for there can be no Imperium without them. Blessed are the valiant warriors, for there is no end to the darkness without them. The Messiah servants exchange short binaric mantras filled with intimidating solemnity. What is the Cognizance Fleet doing in the Owlcat system? The Cognizance Fleet's presence in the Owlcat system is negligible. Its research activities in the system have been concluded. A limited presence is maintained for the purposes of logistical support, fulfillment of vows, to maintain the Messiah's creation, and spiritual oversight. I shall take my leave. My kinsman, Conrad Voigtveer von Valencius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he is hiding in this system, I want him handed over to me. Voigtveer is a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However, we have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Logos Abel's sanctum, aggregated all the Lex Mechanics reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn about Conrad's movements. I hazard he fled from you on a ship, not a pair of wings. Tech priest Quartz Crane has claims that you are not doing enough to ensure the safety of the Adeptus Mechanicus monastery. Of course he does. That tech priest is very insistent. I ordered a squad to be dispatched to the Holy Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They haven't been heard from yet. I'm afraid this is all I can do under the present circumstances. I don't have a single soldier to spare here in the capital. Are you confident that you will crush the insurrection soon? My own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? I'd like to hear your reasoning. The rioters are too well organized, too well informed, too well armed. There are signs of indoctrination into their heretical beliefs. They are clearly being directed by someone competent and charismatic, Governor. You are dealing with an archenemy cult that is growing at an alarming rate. All right. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as the rabbles' usual nonsense. However, it does involve corruption, and if it does involve corruption and an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources and take the issue seriously. You have my word, Rogue Trader. Is there anything else I can do on the system while I wait for the end of the revolt? If you'd like a distraction, a smaller and safer uprising to suppress at your leisure, there is a planetoid in my system called Rhyncanphilia. It hosts a prison colony whose inmates rebelled at the same time as the heretics on the planet. It's an all-around preposterous situation. It should only have taken us a couple of orbital shots to take care of it, but the governor slightly purses his lips. Vain Winterscale went there. He's a relative of my suzerain, the great rogue trader Calibus Winterscale, the master of this system and a dozen others. I imagine the young Lord Winterscale is very eager to prove himself to his distinguished kinsman. I see no reason for you not to join him. It's a small planetoid. The prisoners' numbers are few, and they have little in the way of weapons. It's more of a support for noble lords than a real rebellion. Vain. One of his distant younger offspring, yes, that's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Vain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Uric V on behalf of his father. The Great Regent would never have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means no matter what happened on that planetoid, we must aid the Highborn. Governor, you didn't steal the Tide ship. Did you? Not you too, I swear on the Golden Throne, and the blood of all martyrs, I have never even considered committing such an act. Please, your lordship, do not insult me with such suspicions. That's all I wanted to discuss. Right. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, that is an excellent place. Call it for the evening, as, we've been going for 3 hours. And, I am done for the evening, I believe. Largely. Let me see if I can foist you off upon someone else. Yes, I think I'd like that. Who do I know? Oh, yes, there we go. Oh, perfect. There we go. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all on Saturday for a little bit of Warhammer 40K Darktide. Until such time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all very much for coming by and hanging out, and until